Hey, fellas. This is Dalton here, and I was able to join Wirewolves. Now, Wirewolves is a very friendly clan that we've been friends with. They are the 3-star chat clan. Avacon is the leader with a few others like Danny, Lit. I mean, there's a ton of, you look at this roster, there's a ton of people that are very friendly, very good guys, and check it out, they also have a 29 win streak at the moment. So Avacon, I reached out to him, he was nice enough to let me join. And, legendary names going down this list, AJ, Lid, Bonmi, Gunish, going too fast to even read them. You got Tony, you got Warm, you go on and on. But, thank you, Avacon and the rest of the Wirewolf Co's for allowing me to be on this journey with you guys and hopefully pushing this win streak to, a even higher number. And, yeah, just can't wait. Thank you very much. And so starting it off, we have, now, again, I'm not going to be saying everyone's names correctly, and so I'm just going to be going by the account names here because I don't know, everyone's actual names yet. So we have Mini Savage, okay? And he is going to be doing a Sui Hero Hog. Now, his Sui Hero, if you guys noticed, that was an extremely good Sui Hero because he used an Ice Golem and then the Party Wizards to get that funnel down correctly. The Wall Wrecker basically took out the Town Hall Giga Tesla. The King secured the funnel for the Hogs to go inside of the core of the base, and then that Queen just had extremely good value pushing through and getting more defenses along that inside ring of defenses to make those Hogs have a pretty small pathway. And then great cleanup troops. That was just a great hit against their number one. And this is Klankrig. And these guys actually beat Wolf, which is Wirewolf's second clan, like for the minis, and they're in CWL and stuff like that. But they beat them. So this was like a revenge war. And Wirewolves completely smashed them. So next up we have, oh boy, it's going to be even harder to pronounce this one. We got Narinder Sin, and she maybe is doing a queen charge through the opposite side of the town hall at the 9 o'clock, is going to simply create a great funnel with that Barbarian King and then the other funnel troops on the 11 o'clock hand side. Uses that queen charge, follows that Wall Wrecker straight into the core, and that queen is just going to have a ton of access while she's into the core, tons of value. Got rid of that Eagle Artillery, the enemy Archer Queen, the enemy CC, and a lot of other defenses. He's going to send the Hogs in from basically the 12 o'clock, going straight through counter or clockwise to the Giga Tesla. Use the Warden's ability over the Giga Tesla. That Queen is at full health. He drops in Party Wizards extremely early on this raid, which is good because check that out. There is that Queen's tile still alive. Okay, so that Queen's tile still in the core there. You didn't want it to be a time fail, so you dropped the Party Wizards early to get the cleanup around the outside. So the Hogs and the Warden and everything, we're gonna go straight to that Queen's tile. So awesome hit. Now we have Benji here, and Benji is going to be doing a E-Clone Lalo. Now he's going to start this off with a Bowler Bounce funnel. Notice the value he's getting with that Bowler Bounce. Takes out that mortar and the collector and then just creates an extremely easy funnel. Again, sends in a couple more loons to create that funnel for the to clean up those trash structures so that the clone portion of this raid is going to go straight into the core. Now sends in a Coco Loon gets taken out, the E-Drags start pushing, and they go straight to that Eagle Artillery. It was a very direct path. That Sui Hero portion was absolutely perfect. They were able to take out a ton of different defenses along the way. Check this out. This base is at 50% before, 46, we'll count it as 50K, 50% before he starts the Lalo portion. So not only is the base basically cut in half, but he's already got cleanup troops around the backhand side with the E-Drags and then a couple minis. And then he starts the loons going just in a straight shot to the Giga Tesla. If there was a raid that I would try that is a Lalo, this would be it. Just because it seems like it's perfect. You take out 50% of the base with just one style of an attack with a Rage Spell, a Clone, and the Stone Slammer, and then a Coco Loon. It's just overpowered, man. Just great. Just greatness. everywhere we're turning is greatness on this channel, guys. And now we have Wish going against King H. He is going to be doing, now this is kind of a fun base. Definitely a little interesting, kind of going about it. But he's going to Sui the heroes. Notice that Giga Tesla is within reach of that queen. So the king is going to clean up the trash structures. Queen is going to use her ability on the defending barbarian king. From there, the queen is going to get the Giga Tesla just barely before those expos target her, take her down. Then he's just going to mass Lalo. Okay, he's going to start at the 6 o'clock and just does a few loon drops, and then has... the loons are just funneling straight into the core, and he's actually going to send a blimp with the E-Drag straight to that Archer Queen. So that E-Drag is going to take out that Archer Queen. That's kind of a new, a different way of tripling that we have seen, and dealing with that Archer Queen in the core of the base. So instead of like doing an E-clone at the early portion, it was right there in the middle, and it worked out perfectly. Tesla farm is kind of a pain in the butt, but the Warden is doing some damage on it and distracting that Tesla while the Loon came in for the cleanup. Plenty of cleanup troops, the Lava Pups, E-Drag, Warden, and Minions. So Wish just doing an OP attack. That's a new one. Next up, we have EJ257. Now, I've seen this guy. Another thing I want to say about Wirewolves is these guys are one of the most active clans that I've been a part of. They are friendly challenging from sun up to sundown. I log in to my account, and I'll post a friendly challenge base because someone's always asking for a friendly challenge. So these guys, they're always seeking for improvement and practice, and they're really striving to be the best that they can. And so on this attack, he sent in his kill squad. This is going to be a P.E.K.K.A. Bobat. He sent in his kill squad directly into that Town Hall. Giga Tesla uses a jump spell to get into the core to get rid of the enemy CC, the Eagle Artillery, defending Archer Queen. And then the bats are just going to take out that multi-target Inferno and Wizard compartment at the 3 o'clock, maybe more of the 2 o'clock side. From there, the Queen is going to go around the outside getting the trash structures while the King and a couple P.E.K.K.A.s did work on the wall trying to get into that multi-target Inferno. Again, this King and the Queen have not even used their ability. And notice it's not even a maxed out King yet. It's only level 64. So he still has another whole level to go. And yeah, he has a Witch left over. Multi-target Inferno is the last thing to go down. So that's an OP raid. A very OP raid. And then, oh my gosh, guys, look who it is again. The same guy. And this time he is going to be doing basically a Suihiro E-clone and Lalo. Suihiro, E-clone, Lalo. So he's using his Barbarian King and the Queen to get rid of that Tesla farm, that air defense, and then uses that blimp to get straight above the defending Archer Queen, okay? Those loons immediately take out the Eagle Artillery. The E-Drag just barely, guys. Look at that defending Archer Queen still alive in there. She just barely escapes. But that's okay. It's not going to stop this raid. From here, he uses just a couple loons on that multi-target Inferno, and then he sends the rest of loons in tactical fashion to go above that Giga Tesla Town Hall. A few backside loons to keep the main group of loons funneled into the core there. Check that out. The Queen was right underneath that mortar. When the loons dropped their bombs, the Queen got taken out, and luckily that happened because this definitely wouldn't have been a triple if those loons didn't take them out, because there's still, there's a lot of cleanup troops, but I don't think there's quite enough to take down a Archer Queen, maybe with a sliver. It would have been interesting to see, but I'm glad we didn't have to try it out because it was a triple. Next up, we have Grim, and he's going to be doing a couple loon baby drag funnel here, and then sends a P.E.K.K.A. on the other side. Is going to do a couple test dummy wall breakers to open up the Giga Tesla. Once that compartment's opened up, the Ice Golem and the Queen are going to go straight into the Giga Tesla. Queen is going to use her ability to finish the Barbarian King and then take out the Giga Tesla. The Barbarian King is already rotating around to the 9 o'clock, and is just going to keep pushing and pushing. Now he sends in the hogs at basically the 12 o'clock 11 and 12 o'clock, and sends a warden with them. Now, that queen is still up, and there is a loon in the CC. Actually, there's 2 loons, okay? So this is not ideal for a hog attack because you know those loons have a lot of damage per second when it comes to laying down, you know, their bombs. So in this example, those party wizards and that the poison spell actually goes down a little bit later and kind of does work on the lava pups, but it's already going to be an RIP triple here because the hogs pushed around the P.E.K.K.A., the party wizards, and I mean, it's just securing the triple, guys. So Grim, that's a great Sui hero hog attack. I like it. Anything hogs, I'll always like watching. And speaking of that, we're going to be having a queen charge hog. Now, notice how many hogs are in this queen charge, right? So he really doesn't have a lot of funnel troops here. He is solely relying on that king, and then, I mean, the queen's pathing. And then check this out, guys. We did a war recap a little bit ago about using just a minion to funnel. And in this case, it was just a minion. That is so OP, guys. I can't tell you how much value that is to have a troop that's only 2 housing space secure your entire funnel. I mean, it is literally OP. He sees the Tesla farm pop up there, so he sends in a couple hogs just to get rid of that Tesla farm and that wizard tower on the corner. He sends in a few more hogs, just enough to get rid of that eagle artillery. Now, he sends in the bulk of his hogs at the 9 o'clock. He only sent a few on the other side to get rid of the eagle artillery because you know what we say, you know, the eagle artillery will rain down on those hogs and it's going to absolutely destroy him. So he wasn't able to get that eagle artillery out with the queen, so he sacrificed a few hogs just on that back end side from the major hog deployment. From there, that queen literally took that entire moat throughout the core of the base, and then the hogs just dominated the rest with the warden's ability over the Giga Tesla. Next up, we have Sean the Legacy from Wirewolves, guys. And he is going to be starting this off with a Barbarian King Party Wiz funnel on one side, and then just a simple Loon and Baby Drag funnel on the other side. Now, the Tesla farm popped up, which is kind of a bummer. You know, you don't really want... Well, it's good to notify the Tesla farm, but it's not good to keep the funnel. So, in this case, it did work out just fine. He wall braked into the Giga Tesla area, used the Queen's ability on the Town Hall to take it out, to secure the Town Hall, and then from there, send it in the Lalo from the 9 to 12, 1 o'clock. I mean, just mass Lalo the entire rest of this base. He uses the skeleton spell in the core to get rid of the defending Archer Queen. And again, the CC is a Hound and a couple Loons, so there's really no good defense to this raid. Notice that Hound didn't even pop when the majority of this raid was going on, so the Loons didn't have to face any enemy CC for the most part. And then, I mean, yeah, just plenty of cleanup party wizards, minions, lava pups, and I mean, yeah, it's just a beautiful raid. And I mean, you're seeing a lot more of these Sui hero hogs, Sui hero Lalo. So, you know, a lot of more people are doing it, so it might be something to stick to. Now, again, guys, there are so many triples this war. I definitely can't do them all, but I wanted to end on this note. This is Avacon. He is the leader of Wirewolves and the leader of the 3-star chat. And I had to show my guy some love real quick. And he is going to be doing a Sui hero into the Giga Tesla, used a couple troops for the funneling, which would include like a couple party wizards, etc., etc. Uses the wall wrecker to make sure he gets into the Town Hall area, and then he's going to mass hog the rest of the space. Now, that taking out that compartment is going to give this base a automatic L-shape form, L-shape to this base. He uses the skeleton traps on that queen, which really wasn't even needed because the charging queen and king were able to get there and take out the the defending archer queen. The hogs literally just push around. Again, it is a super narrow pathway for these hogs. This base was meant for a Sui hero hog attack, and Avacon was, you know, the perfect guy to do it and expose it. And I mean, yeah, literally just put a cap in it, man. And yeah, you know, here are the rest of there's honorable mentions and more triples you see. This war was actually really funny. everyone was a little, I don't want to say scared to attack, but they were a little on edge. And so I don't know if you guys have seen the YouTube video Leroy Jenkins with World of Warcraft from, in the 90s or something like that. But I typed in chat Leroy Jenkins, and then I attacked, and I actually got the first attack of the war. So thanks, guys. Loving this clan, Wirewolves. Can't wait to see what the future holds. And we're definitely having a lot of fun here. Keep in tune. I'm going to be doing each clan war I'm going to do recaps on, so definitely stay tuned, and we'll see you soon, guys.